Hello and welcome back to my video series about my experiments with Arch Linux, and in today's episode I will be introducing not one but two controversial things. One is controversial about this whole X window manager thing, so it's almost the whole Linux space I would say, and the other thing is just an Arch specific thing. So let's not waste our times. So we have a problem here. So we installed the Budgie desktop from the Arch repositories, and there is one function missing, which is a optional dependency, which will be the Gnome screensaver. So if I click on lock here, or I click on, oh, I don't have it enabled there. So if I turn in the Budgie desktop settings, Raven and power strip, that's what I need. So if I go for the power strip, yeah, it's here. So there is a lock button there, which does not do anything. So I have a lot of things opened here, but if I go for the Budgie desktop Arch Linux, then, well, we get to the Budgie here, and it will tell us that what are the additional dependencies of the Gnome group, which contains applications required for the standard Gnome experience. And if we go here in the Budgie desktop, just look at the package stuff, then you can see that Gnome Control Center for system settings, Gnome Screensaver for the lock screen, etc, etc. So we don't have the Gnome Screensaver for the lock screen, but the problem is that you can see this package have been updated quite a while ago, and if we read about it on the internet, this project is seemingly abandoned, which is unmaintained and has been archived, so we shouldn't use it. And also, Gnome Screensaver is it is a controversial thing, because there is this X screensaver, and there is the person who developed the X screensaver, and I don't remember what is his exact name, but anyway, so the thing is that he has this very sarcastic article that if you are not running X screensaver on Linux, then it is safe to assume that your screen does not lock. Every other screensaver can be killed in some way, and where you can gain access to the computer without actually knowing the password. So this is a page, and then on a KDE developers blog we have this article about why the Screenlockers on X11 cannot be secure, which I found through this extract from that blog post, and there are a lot of insightful and even more just flamey comments around here. So the thing is, I tried to get a Screenlocker on the Budgie, and I tried, because I have LightDM. Okay, let's go from this direction. So I talked about the Gnome Screensaver, which is offered as kind of a default thing for the Budgie desktop, and that is unmaintained, as we could see. And then there is the Light Locker, which is something that's suggested for the Light DM display manager, which we use for logging in and logging out from this system. And the problem is that for this we need Light Locker to be started at the beginning of the session, but well, the Gnome developers made it very difficult to run Light Locker without, well, in Gnome. So lights locker gnome. We search for this, and well, yeah, you will find a lot not working, and well, this is the developer's GitHub page where they have the source code, and there were some solutions to make it work. They don't work anymore, so they just say that you'll need to patch Budgie desktop to compile out the GNOME proxy bits for this to work. So they said that basically I will be unable to use the Budgie desktop that is available in the Arch repositories if I want to use the LightDM or the Light Locker. I need to compile the desktop myself. So it is, well, it is very difficult, but when I asked on the forums for the Budgie developers, I asked them, and they must hate me because this is my second time I asked them a question about the Budgie desktop, and they just told me like, why don't you just migrate to Solus? So Solus is the distribution where the developers develop the Budgie desktop, and well, there is other distributions going out with the Budgie desktop, like Ubuntu has a Budgie edition, and Manjaro Linux also has a Budgie edition. But you can install Budgie on Arch Linux. But it seems like the Solus team, when they made Budgie, they hacked around a lot of things. But you know, what's important is that in the AUR, if we go for the AUR packages and we type in Budgie, we can find the Budgie screensaver in the AUR at least, which is, well, it's Ubuntu Budgie's fork of the GNOME legacy screensaver, so it has some changes to it. It is only 6 months old today. Well, tomorrow it will be 6 months old if you are watching this today. You know what I mean. So we can install it from the AUR, and that's what brings us to the second controversial topic after being the first controversial topic about the Screenlockers and screensavers and their security. So the second controversial topic of today is the Arch user repository. So if we just go for the Arch user repository page in the Arch wiki, well, we will find this very red warning just after the introduction here. AUR packages are not user-produced content. Any use of the provided files is at your own risk. So while in the official repositories there are binaries, which are basically the maintainers of the distribution and the maintainers of, therefore, these these repositories, they are guaranteeing some kind of safeness of the code that's in there. In the AUR there should be only source code, or mostly source code, that is sourced from somewhere, so it's the user's responsibility 100%. Or you just trust whatever's in there and it's gonna be blind luck's responsibility if you get compromised or not. And so from the AUR, people are afraid of the AUR because it's source code. You have to compile it for yourself, which means you get the real raw Linux experience with, I don't know, with 2 sugar and 2 milk or something like that. So it's a Linux latte because, well, anyone who used Linux like 10 years ago and know how painful it can be to get the source code and have to build the software by yourself will understand what I'm talking about. So people came up with the AUR helpers, and if the AUR helpers page is even better than the Arch user repository page itself, because the red warning is the first thing that comes up here. So AUR helpers are not supported by Arch Linux, and you should become familiar with the manual build process in order to be prepared to troubleshoot problems. So yeah, because especially most of the time, if you just go on a random search on how to install AUR packages, then, well, you will find these guides. Oh wow, this one actually is telling you how to do it officially. Get the git clone. Wow, this is surprising that this page, which is one of the first things that came up, was actually about the correct method. Basically, they just told you the same things that you find on the ArchWiki, just inserted some screenshots there, which is actually a much better thing than what usually people come up with. And so here, don't install Yaourt. So Yaourt is an AUR helper that abstract away the things that do, but they don't tell you that you should do the manual process because don't use AUR. They just tell you use Yay or use Pakku. And so here are the AUR helpers. Here is Pakku, and here is, where is Yay? Yay is here also. So Yay is here too. So these are Pacman wrappers, which are software that will use, so they will basically, with these wrappers, you can upgrade everything on your system just like you would do with Pacman. You can install from the official packages, from the official repositories, and you can also install from the AUR, which in the end you won't know what software is from where, and this can cause a lot of problems, so that's why these are not supported. And the graphical Pacman frontends are also not supported. They can also bring you a lot of problems, and why would you need them? Pacman is just very good in the terminal, so yeah. The thing is, the only problem with the manual process is that you have to take care of the package. So if there is a new version, you will have to download it again and install it again. If one of its dependencies got updated in Pacman, so Pacman updates its dependencies, there is a chance that your software won't run, so you have to make the package again now with the updated dependencies. And I don't really know what kind of tools are out there for you to help fighting these like occasions when you have, so there is some kind of notification that, hey dude, Pacman just updated one of the dependencies of your AUR package, so you need to, you know, rebuild the package. Well, I will look into that, but first let's just install, after all this triad, the Budgie screensaver. So first of all, we need to acquire the build files, verify the Makepkg build, and then install the package. So what we need is the base level group, which let's check, do we have it? Pacman -q base devel. Or maybe it does not work with groups, right? So then I have to just search. Yeah, it seems like base devel. Oh no, Pacman is installed. Util Linux switch, Makepkg conf, it's not installed. Patch is not installed. Make is not installed. So if you remember here, so we need make and other tools to compile from source. So let's just install this group, sudo pacman -S base devel. And oh, yeah, of course you don't find it because wow. So repository core for 26 members. All we are installing all of these packages, of course, because we want them all. And well, is it reinstalling everything that we already have? Like I just found there is sudo here and like grep here. Okay, it's probably will install all these things. So let's just read the AUR one while it's happening. Let's read on the wiki. So we need to choose an appropriate build directory, and yeah, we will do that. So let's so we should make sure if we have a good working directory. Okay, we have bin, so let's go to bin. What's in bin? Just a test. Okay, let's make a AUR arch user repository directory here, and let's go into AUR. So this will be our appropriate directory for building the package from compiling from the source. So we have that. The example in the following section is builds. Yeah, well, okay, it doesn't matter. We can use whatever we want. Now we need to locate the package from the AUR. We have that, and we need to get this link. I will copy this link. And now I need another package, which is git. So let's install git 2, and so now that we have git, we can close this window and let's just use this one. So we are in our directory for the AUR. You can see that, and now we will acquire the build files using git. That's a very simple method. You can download the stuff here manually. Download snapshot or something like that, I guess. Yeah, download snapshot, and then you can unpack it, or you can just download a tarball from the terminal directly, or you can just git clone. I like git clone, it's very simple, so I just say git clone and I press the middle mouse button to insert this in there. So now we are cloning into Budgie's screensaver. So now I list this. There is the folder for Budgie's screensaver, and then we need to build and install the package. So we will change directory into this folder, cd Budgie screensaver, and then there are all these patch files that patch it, they patch, basically these files patch the original unmaintained Gnome package the way the Ubuntu Budgie folks use this. I asked around and I still have no idea if this is the way, because the Solus folks, they also use a patched version of the Gnome screensaver. I am not sure if the Ubuntu Budgie folks use the same one. So let's just check the pkg build. So this is the file that contains all the information about building the package. You can go through what will happen here if you understand bash scripting you will understand what's going on. If you don't, you can just look at it and try to find anything that would like remove your user directory or something like that. If you don't find anything like remove root or something like that, then it's probably good to go as far as you're concerned. If it breaks your system, you can always leave a comment here that, hey, this is breaking my system, what's up? Okay. Next thing we have to do is, yeah, we should be making the package with makepkg-si. So this is the command that is told by the wiki to do for us, and I will just, before I do that, I will read the manual for you. I know you would just follow the wiki without reading the manual. I did that too first when I tried it. Here are the options. So what? Clean up leftover work files and directories, or no dependencies. Do not perform the dependency checks. And it will have an option to break the system. Not exact force. Where is S and I? So I install or upgrade the package after a successful build using Backman. So it builds the package, but the package is built, it won't be useful. You want it to be installed on your system for every user, probably. That's what you want, and that's what the I option here. I'm just pointing at the screen like this, but that won't help you. So I install, this is what we will do, and let's go as syngdeps install missing dependencies using Backman. When build time and runtime dependencies are not found, Backman will try to resolve them. So this is the two things we will do. And very important, very important, run Makepkg as a normal user. Do not, I repeat, do not sudo it. Do not sudo it. It will, making the package, the script will contain a sudo lines. In the script there will be sudo, so it will ask for your password when needed. Don't run this script as the root. So makepkg-si. So let's see what's happening. See? Makes the package, checking runtime dependencies, checking build time dependencies. Now it needs you to install the dependencies, so of course there's a sudo prompt there. And we will let Backman install all these things. And Backman will just very quickly do its job for us. I wonder why is the mouse not really visible there sometimes, and I have no idea. Okay. You don't need to see my mouth. This is a malloc duck type. I have no idea what is this package, but it sounds funny. What is malloc duck type? Arch Linux. What does it say? Malloc duck type. Yeah, parser for lightweight duck type syntax for malloc. Okay. This did not make me smarter at all. Okay, for documentation. Very good. What is it doing in the meantime? Oh, I think it started building the package. Seems like checking for things. Entering directories. Oh, these are definitely the building process, colorful stuff scrolling through the screen, and you are watching it and pretend to be a hacker on a made-to-TV movie or a high-budgeted, well, police drama. Proceed with installation. It's gonna be 1.75 megabytes. Yeah, do it. Okay, something happened. Something happened here. Let's press the lock button. And we lock the screen because I start moving the mouse and now it's asking for my password. Okay, can I just press some random buttons and try to make it frozen or something? Can I just press Ctrl Alt F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8? No, I cannot get this away from here. F1, F7. No, I have to enter my password. And now my screen resolution is screwed up thanks to the virtual machine. This probably won't screw up your resolutions if you are working on a real monitor and not a fake one. Well, it's a fake monitor on a real monitor, but the operating system only sees the fake monitor, whatever. So this is how you install a package from the Arch user repository. This is the Screenlocker for the Budgie desktop, and this is the end of this video. So bye bye, I guess. Bye bye.